Hi everybody, this is Kent from Man About Tools, and on today's episode we're going to build this simple, sturdy workbench. Here's how it goes together. The legs are made from 4x4s that are connected with 2x6 upper and lower aprons. Each long side will be assembled with glue and screws first, then they will be joined with shorter 2x6 apron pieces. A plywood brace is attached between the upper short aprons for extra stiffness. The workbench top and shelf are made from plywood that is topped with a smooth hardboard. The top, the shelf, and the brace are made from a 1-inch thick standard 4x8 sheet of plywood. I had my building supply make 2 cuts for me, as they have a large saw and don't charge extra for this. I also had them make the same cuts on the 1/4-inch hardboard sheet as well. This hardboard sheet is also called masonite. I will use the plywood top to help square the legs to the apron pieces, so I'll leave it on the floor of my warehouse. You will need 4 8-foot 2x6s and 2 8-foot 4x4s. I tried to find the straightest boards in the pile for this project. You can use a circular saw and speed square to cut all the lumber, or a miter saw if you have one. I have a sliding miter saw, so I'll use that, but it's not required. First, I'll cut the 4 legs. Then the 8 apron pieces. Next, I'll chamfer all the rough edges left from the saw cuts, and I used 120 grit paper on my orbital sander for this. A sanding block would also do just as well here. I'll try to suggest alternative methods as I go along. Now I'll lay out one side of the bench using the factory straight and square edges of the plywood top as a reference. As I'm working here, I'm checking with my speed square and measuring tape that everything is lined up. Then I'll run in some screws. Then check again. The design of this bench came from Sandor Nagyszalanczy of Fine Woodworking magazine. I hope I pronounced your name correctly, Sandor. My apologies if I didn't get it quite right. His assembly method called for carriage bolts, washers, and nuts, so the bench could be disassembled if needed. And my first 2 of these I built, I followed that method. But after more than 20 years of using my first bench, I've never needed to take it apart. So I decided on this build to forego the carriage bolts and instead use GRK screws and lag bolts. And I'll also use some wood glue on some of the joints. This should make assembly faster and easier. If everything is good, I'll then drill some pilot holes in the aprons before running in the GRK lag screws. These lag screws have a drill point on them, so technically pilot holes are not required, but doing so ensures I won't split any of the 2x6s. I'll set that first long section aside, then repeat all these steps for the other identical side. Now I need to connect those side pieces with the short apron end pieces. I'll stand the side assemblies upside down on the plywood. I'll check that the frame is square and start pulling it together with screws. First with the top short aprons, then I'll hold the shelf apron pieces in place and screw everything together. I'll then complete this part of the frame with the GRK lag screws. I take the time to make pencil marks for all my visible screw locations. Generally, I make a mark 3/4 of an inch in from the sides and ends of the 2x6 aprons. I think it makes a neater appearance for the workbench, but that just might be my thing. Now I'll right the frame onto its feet and finish running in the rest of the lag screws. I'll use some scrap lumber to make cleats for the plywood top. You can also make these from some of the leftover plywood. These cleats were 1.5 inches square. This will allow you to remove the plywood top if needed. I attach the cleats with screws onto the inside face of the long side aprons. I set them slightly lower than the top edge of the apron by about 1/8 of an inch. Some quick clamps are useful on this build, and many others. I have these Irwin ones and use them all the time. They're a good investment for sure. I drill some pilot holes down through these cleats for the screws that will run up into and secure the top. The 8th gap will help pull the top down tightly to the aprons. I cut the brace from the 1-inch plywood leftover and will center it and screw it to the inside of the end apron pieces. Now I can set the plywood on top of the frame. Check that it's centered, then run screws up through the cleats to secure it. The standard plywood top has a few voids along the edges. I lay the bench over on its side and fill these with some fast-setting epoxy. I used a straight edge and C-clamps to trim down the plywood shelf. My 4x4s were a bit oversized, so the space between them was a 1/4 inch under 48 inches. I also cut down the shelf hardboard panel the same way. I'll set the shelf in place and drill some pilot holes, then run in some screws. I drilled the pilot holes so the head of the screws would have an easier time sitting flush with the plywood. Otherwise, the screw heads can displace some wood and cause a bump. I have a set of Workbench casters, and I'll unbox them and attach them to the legs. I marked the top edge for the bracket and ran in screws to secure them. Then I can bolt the wheel to the frame. For me, I really like to have my benches on wheels. I'll give the top and the shelf a light sanding to ensure there's no small bumps in the plywood. Then I'll use some scrap plywood to attach some stops to the edges. This will help align the hardboard when I set it in place. I use 3 stops on the top and 2 on the shelf. I made some V-cuts into a small plastic spreader to help distribute the glue evenly. You have to work pretty quickly here so the glue doesn't skin over before you lay the hardboard in place. I like to be very generous with my glue here. The plywood will absorb a good amount of it, plus the underside of the 1/4 inch masonite is very rough. Be sure to get glue right to the edges. I'll set the hardboard in place right against the stops, then press it in by hand. I have a collection of weights I made from any leftover concrete from pouring garden bed panels. I'll use these to press the masonite into the glue. You can use bricks or extra lumber as well. I'll use any clamps I have along the edges. Some are quick clamps and some are C-clamps. I think I even had some welding vice grips that I used here. This falls into the "you can never have too many clamps" idea. Now I'll spread glue on the shelf and lay in the hardboard. For the shelf hardboard, I'll use a stapler to secure it. You can use screws or finishing nails if you like. I've used both in the past and they all do the job. Whatever you use, have the heads flush with or slightly below the surface. After 2 hours, I removed the clamps and weights and gave the top and edges a light sanding. I used 220 grit paper on my orbital sander for this. Also, sand the edge of the plywood to smooth it and to even up the hardboard top. I'll wipe on a few coats of polyurethane to the top, the shelf, and the edge of the plywood to seal it. And that's it. See the blog post on my website at manabouttools.com/workbench for hardware details and tools I used, plus a link to the plans. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Now, I'm going to build another one.